Hello everyone, and welcome to lockdown class number 20 is now. Hope you're all still keeping safe and well. Everybody who's on my kind of contacts list, I've been messaging about classes, so please look into that. Check your email, check your WhatsApp for me. I think most of you have come back to me. So hoping possibly we might be back in class face to face, maybe sort of end of September we're looking at the moment. Not sure about the evening class yet. If you're watching this and you haven't been in contact with me about the evening class, then by all means get in contact. I'm still waiting really for the information from the hall with them. But yeah, so onwards and upwards. So today we're going to be working with our senses and with our chakras. So I'm going to give you a little quote from Sabili Tomlinson, which is a lovely quote that I often use. So yoga is about clearing away whatever is in us that prevents our living in the most full and whole way. With yoga, we become aware of how and where we are restricted in body, mind and heart, and how to gradually to open and release these blockages. These blockages are cleared, our energy is freed. We start to feel more harmonious, more at one with ourselves. Our lives begin to flow, or we begin to flow more in our lives. So just working with the blockages. Sometimes when we're holding a posture, you might feel a bit stuck. You might feel a bit of tension, a bit of discomfort. Obviously, if you're in pain, then come out of that and don't work into pain. But if it's just a mild stretch or a mild discomfort, just breathe into that area and try and release those blockages. So we're working all the way through. Like I say, trying to release those blockages. So coming down to your mat, lying flat in Shavasana. You can have your legs outstretched or your knees bent, however you feel comfortable. Again, even in Shavasana, you can have something under your head if you want to, just to raise the head slightly. Just relaxing the whole body onto the floor, feeling the weight of the body on the floor. And have the arms away from the body if you can, palms up to the ceiling. If that's not comfortable, just have your palms resting on your tummy. Don't have your fingers touching, just have your fingers apart. Gently closing the eyes. So coming into your space. Just registering where you are, how you feel. Is there any tension in the body that you'll need to clear and you'll need to work through this practice? And how is your breathing? Checking in with your breathing. Is your breathing fast or slow? Is it deep? Is it shallow? And then gently bringing the breath back down into the tummy. So when you breathe in, your tummy will rise. And as you breathe out, your tummy will fall. Breathing in once more, tummy rises. And as you breathe out, let everything flow into the floor. Any cares, any worries. Last one, nice deep breath into the tummy. And then releasing anything away. Everything flows away on the out-breath. Lovely. So bringing the legs together now, straighten the knees if they're bent. Taking a nice deep breath in, arms above the body and push through the toes, all the way through the toes, through the fingertips. Lovely, lovely long stretch all the way through the body. And then toes up to the ceiling, push those heels away this time. Stretching through the heels, stretching the back of the body, pushing through the fingertips, breathing in, and then breathing out, bringing those arms back down by your side. Lovely. So starting our mobilization properly. So we're going to bring the right knee in, clasping round the knee. Really enjoying that stretch, running all the way up into the back of the body. And then clasping around the back of that right thigh, foot going up towards the ceiling. Rotate that foot 3 times one way. And then 3 times the other way. Breathing in. And then release that leg down. Same on the left hand side. So left knee comes in, clasping around the shin. Really enjoying that stretch. Stretching the knee. Stretching the back of the thigh. And up into the lower back. If you have sciatica, good for sciatica, this posture. And then clasping around the back of the thigh, foot rotates 3 times one way. Release that ankle joint and then 3 times the other way. Breathing in and then relaxing that leg down as well. Okay, then both knees in, one at a time, clasping around the knees, just below the knees. And just releasing off any tension in the lower back. So small circles, side to side, forward and back. Releasing any tension. And then when you're ready, rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure, to the left if you've got low. And then coming up to seated, sitting nice and tall. So if you want to, you can sit on a block or a cushion, you don't have to. And if you can, try and have a nice straight back. And have legs crossed or legs outstretched. So we're going to do side to side. So right hand down, left hand up, breathing in to the centre and then breathing out over to the side. Breathing into centre and then down. Other side, breathing in. Breathing out over to the side. Breathing in and then breathing out. One more on each side, breathing in. If you've got no issues with the neck, look up past the elbow, up towards the ceiling as you breathe out. Breathing in and then out. Remember, breath and movement together. Breathing in, last side. Out, over to the side, looking up past that elbow. Breathing in and then breathing out. Lovely, okay. If you've crossed your legs, we'll cross them back the other way. Okay. So trying to keep our balance side to side, left and right, everything in balance, and we will be working on balances as well. So we're going to do a twist. So left hand on right shoulder, breathing in, breathing out, twisting round to the right. Stay there for a breath. Keep that spine nice and tall. And then breathe in, and then breathe out, back round to the centre. Okay, breathing in. Opposite way, breathing out. Out as you twist round. Nice in and out breath while you're there. And then breathe back to centre. Okay, breathing in. Breathing out, first side. Lovely twist. Keep that spine nice and tall. Keep that head nicely balanced on the top of the spine. Breathe into centre. And then breathing out. Final side. Gentle twist. Just warming up the spine nice and gently. And then breathing into centre. Okay, if you've got your legs crossed, cross them back the other way. So we've done 2 on our good side this time. Is that right, Steve? Or did you change it? See, he tries to, I don't know what the word is, preempt what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to do forward and back. So nice tall spine. Remember that string from the top of the head pulling you up nice and tall. Elongate that spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come forward. So hands down. Just head follows through towards the hands. Don't worry about coming down too far. Nice and gently. Breathe into centre. And then fingers pointing forward just behind you. Breathing out. Push that chest up. Don't let that head fall too hard. Far back, sorry. Breathe into centre. Breathe out forwards. Lovely gentle forward bend. Breathe into centre. And then breathing out. Okay, if you want to, you can lift the bottom, push the knees down at this point. and then breathing in. Lovely, well done everyone. Okay, so just releasing those knees, and we're going to come onto our hands and knees now. So remember, you can have something underneath the knees if you want to, just to give you that little bit of extra support. If you're working with a mat on carpet, it might not be too bad. We've got hard floors here, so. Okay, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Splay those fingers and just feel the energy in the wrist, the palm of the hand and the fingers. Keep those active. So 2 parallel lines. So you've got hand, shoulder, and then hip, knee, and then foot, both in line. Okay, so breathing in, dip the back, look forward into the cow. Breathing out, pull that tummy up towards the ceiling, push through the hands into the cat. One more time. Breathing in, dip the back, look forward. Breathing out, pushing up. Spine going towards the ceiling, lovely. And then back to neutral. Okay, so we're going to do thread the needle at this point. So we're going to have right hand down, left hand is going to come up as if you're pulling up on a bow. Comes up all the way, straighten the fingers, and then as you breathe out, that hand is going to come underneath. So left hand underneath the right and left shoulder down, head down. Okay, if this is too strong for you, you can just not put the shoulder fully down. But if you're happy to, just rest that shoulder, rest the head, and just breathe. Remember, anywhere you feel any tightness or any blockages, just breathe into that area. And then to come out on an in-breath, take the arm all the way back up, all the way to the ceiling, and then out. Lovely, same on the other side. So right hand, breathing in, lifting up. You might notice a difference between each shoulder, breathing out. Arm goes head down, gently resting on that shoulder. So stay there for a few breaths. Close the eyes if you want to, if that helps you focus. You don't have to. Breathing into any areas of tension. In and out through the nose if you can. And then taking a nice deep breath in. Right arm all the way up and then back down into your tabletop. Lovely. So we'll do our 3-part downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. So first one, knees nice and bent. So breathing in, breathing out. So bottom up, get onto the tiptoes and then bend the knees and push back. So that head comes between the top of the arms and you're pushing back. You're really bending those knees. Nice bent knees, Steve. Lovely. Pushing through the hands and the wrists. Keep the hands and the wrists active. Keep breathing. And then coming down, breathing in, and then breathing out, sitting back on the heels. Hands forward, extended child's pose. Just releasing down. Release those shoulders. Release those hands. Lovely. Coming up to your tabletop. Okay, this time we're going to walk the heels down one at a time. So toes under, breathing in. Breathing out. So bottom up nice and high. So as you breathe out, the heels come down one at a time. Releasing off the back of the leg. Really, you can put the hip into it if you want to. Engage the hips as well. Just releasing that calf. Then when you're ready, breathe in. And then coming down on the knees, breathing out. Hands forward, extended child's pose. Releasing off the shoulders, the wrists. Opening the back. Coming up to tabletop. And then last time into your full downward facing dog. So make sure the fingers are splayed, middle finger going to the top of the back, toes under, breathing in, breathing out. So bottom up nice and high. Get a good position. And then just release the heels down. They don't have to touch the mat. And the knees slightly bent if you want to. The main thing is pushing that tailbone back and getting the head nice and relaxed between the top of the arms. Keep breathing. Strengthening the shoulders, lovely inversion. Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. One more breath. And then knees down. Sitting back on the heels on the out breath, hands forward. So you can have extended child's pose, or you can bring the hands down by the feet, palms up to the ceiling, really releasing off those shoulders into the full child's pose. Really enjoying that stretching and opening up of the shoulders and the back. Okay, so coming up to tabletop, we're going to come up to standing. So either come up under your own steam, do whatever you want to help yourself come up, or you can come up with me nice and slowly via downward facing dog. So toes under, breathing in, breathing out. So bottom up nice and high, push back into your down dog. So onto the toes, onto the fingertips, walking the feet in and then falling over into your ragdoll, knees nice and bent, let everything flow down to the floor. And then very slowly, keeping the knees bent, using the tummy, coming up nice and slow, rolling the hands up the body. Finally, shoulders and then head. Lovely, step well done.
Warm, isn't it?
Yeah, it is warm, isn't it? I don't know why that extra block is up there. Okay, so I'm going to be working on our earth sequence today. So coming into the mat, middle of the mat with the mat either side of you. Nice Tadasana position. So bearing in mind this clearing of the blockages, imagine you're moving the air and clearing, moving and clearing. So we'll do it nice and slow. Remember, everything's in threes. So it starts with feet pointing forward. Nice Tadasana position. So just feel your Tadasana position. And then breathing in, arms up, look up. Make a triangle with the hands, and then breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, bring that energy up, all the way to the throat, and then breathing out, pushing down. Breathing in, keeping those hands clasped, looking up if you want to, and then breathing out. That's one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then stepping that right foot out. Exhale. Okay, breathing in. We're going to take a nice gentle squat. Don't come down all the way if you don't want to. Breathe in. And then out. Okay, protect your knees and your back. Breathing in. Use those tummy muscles. Engaging those tummy muscles. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Turn to the right. Exhale. Okay, bringing the energy towards you. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. Last one on this side. In. Out. In. Turning around to the other side. And out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. One more. In. Out. All the way around to the front and then out. Okay, this time we're going to do a forward thing. Breathing in. Folding forwards. Breathing in, bend those knees, use up the tummy muscles, and then breathe out. In, out. In, out. Last one. In, out. In. Bringing that foot to meet the other foot, out. Hands round, hands into prayer. If you're happy to, just close the eyes. Letting the body settle, letting the energy settle. If you want to keep the eyes open, just gaze down to the floor. Okay, lovely, opening the eyes. Super, lovely sequence. So, we're going to work on Tadasana, the mountain pose, to start off with, and then we're going to work into the tree. So, feet hip width apart or together, however's best for you. Let's do it sideways so you can see from the side. So imagine those two lines. So when I say two lines, I mean literally from the outside of the foot, there's a straight line that runs up all the way up the body to the hips. Okay, so you've got slight bend in the knee and a little bit of tension in the thigh. Just have the thighs engaged, so we don't want kind of relaxed, engaged. Hips sit nicely. Remember, you can push the hips too far forward or too far back and just have them sitting. You can also have the hands on the top of the bottom and just smooth the bottom away. Coming up to that gap, remember between the hip bone and the ribs, there's that kind of squashy gap. So lengthening that gap, which will make the ribs, the chest come forward slightly. Just make sure they're not sticking out too far. Just make sure those shoulders are sitting nicely on the body. Okay, so turn to the front. Remember, you've got that line that goes across the clavicle all the way across. So one shoulder's not too high or the other one too low. So just give yourself a little bit of a move around with the shoulders and get that nice position. If you've got a partner or a helper, get them to have a look at you. Not necessarily now if you don't want to, but later on in the day. You can always stand in front of a full-length mirror, or you can get somebody to just look at your posture. So breathing in, arms out to the side. Breathing out, releasing those arms down. Okay, so just do some gentle head positioning. So breathing in, breathing out, head falls forward nice and gently. Breathing into centre, and then looking up. Don't let the head fall the whole way. Breathing out, breathing into centre. And then right ear to right shoulder. Breathing into centre. Opposite shoulder. Breathing into centre. And then looking round to the right. Breathing into centre. And then round to the left. Breathing into centre. Okay, lovely. So you can just work the shoulders back. Generally, we tend to have the shoulders too far rounded forwards. Lovely. Okay, so just releasing the shoulders, releasing everything, closing the eyes. So just imagine a huge, beautiful mountain, like a mountain either in Switzerland, or think of Snowdonia or one of those Lake District peaks. And imagine the wide base. So the wide base is your firm base, and then you're coming up to the peak, to the apex, which is the top of the head. And then above that's the crown chakra. So imagine, if you like, that there's a mountain with that ring of clouds on the top, and that is just above your head. That beautiful ring of cloud. But that's a good cloud, that's your crown chakra. So just closing the eyes, feeling yourself standing tall and proud, firm base. Lovely, well done, opening the eyes. So we're going to move into Vriksana, the tree. So keeping that lovely position, that lovely pulling up, we're going to bend the right knee and have the toes onto the mat with the knee out to the side and the heel just above the ankle on the left foot. Okay, so this wants to come outwards, but we want the hips to come forward. So it's a balance between the two. So breathing in, Take your arms all the way up and then breathe out, bring them down into hands in prayer in your lovely Vriksana. So remember, you can have a drishti point, so have that on the floor somewhere if you want to, which you gaze towards. Keep breathing. And then you can breathe in, arms come up, and then breathe out, opening your tree branches. Well done, that's lovely. Well done, Steve. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, coming down. And then release. Same on the other side. So feeling the weight of the body under that right foot now. Left foot comes up. Okay, breathe in, arms up. And then bring them down into prayer. Okay, so just basically looking at your drishti point, pulling up through the hips, pulling up with that imaginary string on top of the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep looking at that drishti point. Breathing in and then out. Super, and then release. Okay, so we'll try it with the foot up onto the calf. If you've got, I've got like a handy cabinet here that I could use to try and bring my foot up higher if I wanted to, or to balance. But if you're happy to, have the foot up onto the calf, or just stay with the toes over the ankle. So right foot, right knee bent first of all. So straight into hands into prayer. Keep breathing. If you're ready, breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in and then out. It's lovely, well done. Okay, same on the other side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in and out. And then release. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Fantastic. I'm saying well done, everyone. I know what you're doing. I can see you. Hopefully, if we ever get round to this Zoom classes, we will be able to see each other. So, again, with the mat horizontal either side of you. So turning to face them. We're going to go into Virabhadrasana 2. So breathing in, nice wide stance. Both feet turn to the right, hips to the front, arms out straight from the body. Just check your arm position. Then looking over the right hand, breathing in, breathing out, bending that right knee. So try and make sure that knee position is good, so that kneecap doesn't want to go over the toes. It doesn't want to come too far in either. So nice straight line between the body, arms nice and strong. Lovely, well done, Stu. Looking over the left. Sorry, looking over the right. Okay, so left hand comes back down. Turn that front palm up, breathe in, and then breathe out. So we're just doing our back bend. Lovely, well done. We're going to flow these postures together. So breathing in, arms up. And then as you breathe out, bend that right elbow, resting on that right knee. Shoulder back, hand on hip to start off with, head back in line. And then shoot that arm over into extended child's pose. Lovely, well done, Steve. If you can, look up under the armpit, up to the ceiling, or just fix on a point. Lovely and strong. Breathe in, windmill your arms up. Straighten the leg and then release the arms. Okay, turning to the opposite side, so hips to the front. Turning to the left now, Virabhadrasana 2, breathing in. Breathing out, bending that front knee. So if you want to widen your stance a little bit, you can. Just walk your toes away a little bit. Keep that lovely strength straight across the body. looking over the left hand. Okay, so placing the right hand down, turning the left palm up, breathe in, up to the centre, and then breathe out. So either stay looking up to the centre, looking up to the hand, coming slightly over in a back bend, or if all of that's too strong, then just look forwards. Breathe into the top, and then breathe. Now we're going to windmill the arms down, so that left one is bent onto that bent knee, shoulder back, head back, and then shoot that arm over into extended child's pose. Lovely, well done. Looking up under the armpit if you can. Lovely, and then windmill those arms up the side, straighten the legs, releasing the arms. Super. Okay, so we're going to work with our forward bending now. We're going to go into Uttanasana. So maybe using a block if you want to. So getting your block handy and just having it on your highest level. So as tall as you can. So nice Tadasana feet behind the block, feet pointing forwards. Okay, so we're going to go into Uttanasana. So breathing in, arms up, look up. Breathing out, arms swan dive down at the side, and then holding on to that block. Okay, so first of all, we'll just keep a little bend in the knee, slight bend. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to come up. So don't have the head too far up, but just the head looking into the floor. Try and get that back nice and straight on the in-breath. And then breathe out, bend those elbows, come down. So when you bend the elbows, let everything flow down. The head's flowing down towards your block. Keep a slight bend in the knee if you want to. And please keep breathing, don't hold your breath. So here you may have some tension in the lower back or the upper and middle back. Just releasing that tension. You might have tension in the head, so just do some yes and no gentle movements with the head, just to release. Keep breathing. Okay, then coming up, bending the knees, and just coming up to standing. Super, well done. So have the block the next level down. Okay, so breathing in, looking. Breathing out, arms out to the side, all the way down. Holding onto that block. Breathing in, straightening forwards. Coming up, straightening the back. Breathing out. Releasing that head down. Releasing any tension. Have the knees nice and bent. Head going down towards your block. Lovely forward bend, Uttanasana. Alright, Steve, yeah? Good. And then while you're down there, you can move the block to the flattest or just have the floor and run the hands up the legs, come up nice and slow. And then our final position, we're going down to our final extended position. So stay at any point if you want to. If you want the blocks the highest, then that's perfectly fine. Come to the mid-level, this lower level, or down to the floor. So breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, coming all the way down. So if you're down to the floor or to that other block, just releasing down. So straightening up. Going up onto the fingertips, straight back, lifting the head slightly, and then breathing out. Coming down to your full extent. So if your hands are down to the floor, you can, if you want to, put the palms under the feet, either at the front or at the side. Keep a bend in the knee. And just keep your hands Gently in front of you, just letting everything flow. Keeping breathing. Okay, so while you're here, we're not going to come up again. We're going to walk the hands forward slightly. Really bend those knees, come down onto the knees. Feet to the side. And we're down to the floor. Okay, so we're going to come round into Sambala Bhujangasana, which is Sphinx position. So we're going to come onto our tummies. While we're here, we're going to do our gentle neck exercise. So, okay, we'll start this one. So, elbows out to the side, palms down, so the backs of your hands one on top of the other, so the forehead rests on the back of the hands. So just have the heels at this first moment just flopping out to the side, the toes in, and just release and relax. Okay, so then pointing the toes away, so the toes, feet will be hip width apart, head down still, breathe in, breathe out, turn the head to the right, and rest the cheek on the hands. Breathe gently into the tummy. Breathe in, forehead on the hand. And then breathe out, head to the opposite side. Okay, so for some people, head back, forehead onto the hands. For some people, this might be as much as you want to do. If you've got a problem with the lower back. But if you're going to come up into your Sphinx, your shoulders come below, your elbows come below your shoulders, hands forward. Okay, so just gazing down at the mat to start off with, pushing those legs away. Keep those legs active, so you've got your toes pointing away, you've got active calves, active thighs, and then breathing in, gently look up forward. So you're trying to bring the neck out of the shoulders. You don't want the shoulders crunched. Is that right? Yeah, that's lovely, Steve. Well done. So looking forwards, keep breathing, pulling up from the tummy, and then breathe in and breathe out, come down. Release those heels out to the side again. So we're not going to go into the full cobra pose, we're just going to do the Sphinx again. So again, elbows under the shoulders. So remember, you're really so we don't want to be crunched down like this. We want the neck and the head coming away. So looking down to start off with, and then breathing in, coming up, really lifting from the tummy up into the shoulders, and then the head and the neck, gazing forwards. Keep breathing, taking some of the weight on the arms. And then breathing in and breathing out, coming down. Heels flopping out to the side. Head resting on the palms facing down. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle to the side of our mats. Roll over onto our backs. Bring the knees in one at a time and just release off any tension in a counter pose. So making circles with the knees, holding onto the knees, and then a few the opposite way. Release off any tension that might have caused during that posture. And then when you're ready, rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure, to the left if you've got low. Coming up to seated with legs outstretched. Okay, so moving into our twisting now. So we're going to do our half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Okay, so just move your buttock cheeks away so you can feel those sit bones. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to bend the left leg. I'm going to put it over the right. Okay, so when you're in this position, first of all, just kind of Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Lovely, well done. So drop the chin down a little bit. That's better. You can't see his expression, but that's fine.
I'm channeling the inner class from the Umbrella Academy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't know what that is. I'm sure some of you might. So the leg that's outstretched, so this is our right leg is outstretched. Make sure that leg is outstretched and those toes are active up towards the ceiling. Right hand out to the side, breathing in. Then you sweep that arm across, so you either hold the knee or you hook the elbow. Palm facing the opposite way, other hand behind. You're already in quite a twist, so looking forwards past that palm. And then breathing in and breathing out, twisting around to the rear. Twisting across the body. So try and keep those toes active, keep breathing while you're there. This is a lovely posture for clearing blockages, so you're clearing all that tension in the muscles that support the spine. And then taking a nice deep breath in to come back to centre, and then release everything. Okay. Same on the other side, so left leg outstretched, right foot over, toes up to the ceiling. Try and come up, try not to be crunched in the first place, try and be nice and tall spine. Okay, so same leg that's outstretched, so that's your left leg, left hand out to the side, and then breathing out across. So again, either holding that knee or hooking the elbow over, other hand behind. So first of all, get that nice tall lift, front toes up to the ceiling, breathing in, and then as you breathe out, twist around to the rear. Keep those front toes active and breathe in this position. Lovely, keep breathing and then breathing in and breathing out, releasing everything. Lovely, well done. Okay, so while you're here, just give yourself a little bit of a massage, massaging the thighs, gently around the knees and the calves, down to the, just give the toes a little squeeze and the feet. Lovely, well done. Okay, so we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. Again, try and sit forward as much as you can. You can sit on a block if you want to doing this. And also, if you've got a strap handy, got a belt or whatever you've got to hand at home, it'd be nice to use a strap on this one. So, Baddha Konasana, the cobbler. So, soles of the feet facing each other. Strap comes around and the knees out to the side. So remember, once again, not shoulders up, shoulders nice back and down. Okay, so using the strap really enables you to get those shoulders nice and relaxed and your back nice and straight. Okay, so staying here for a second or two, just gazing forwards. You can focus on a drishti point if you want to. And then we're going to do the actual butterfly. So we're going to flap our butterfly wings. So breathing in, these come up. And then gently release them down on the out breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Don't tense the shoulders when the butterfly wings come up. So try and keep those shoulders down. That's better. Lovely. Well done. That's better. And then breathing out. Super. So you can release the strap if you want to now. You can hold round the feet. Walk the bottom in a little bit closer if you want to, or conversely use the hands to pull the heels in a bit closer. Okay, so we're going to do a gentle forward bend. So breathing in. You can keep the strap on if you want to, and then breathing out. Elbows come in front if they can, and head goes down towards toes. Releasing down. Too strong, gently come out of it. But if you can feel that tension in the inner thighs, that kind of stretching, and breathe into it. And then breathing in, coming up. Lovely. And then the last position in this posture is to take hold of the toes with the fingers and have the thumbs just below the balls of the feet, and try and open the feet like the pages of a book. Lovely, well done, Steve. Okay, so try and not to tense up too much while you do this. And then releasing, helping those knees up, straightening the legs, and again, just massaging the top of the thighs, just releasing everything. Lovely, shake the knees. Great, okay. So we're going to go into our legs up the wall, and then we're going to go into our final breathing practice and our relaxation. So we're going to come on to, I'm going to do legs up the sofa, and we might do the come into our shoulder stand, our half shoulder stand. Okay, so first of all, make sure you clear your area, make sure you've got nothing in the way. Come as close as you can, even tipping the hips up if you want to. So if you're going against the wall, okay, lovely. So either legs up the wall, in which case your legs will be outstretched more. If you're on the sofa, like we are, you'll have your calves on the seat pad of the sofa. Lovely. So palms up to the ceiling if you can, that's lovely. Okay, just let the body settle in this position. So this is obviously an inversion. Reversing the effects of gravity on the blood flow system, and just draining all the weight and the blood from the feet and the calves. So really good for any leg, foot conditions. And then if you want to move into your half shoulder stand on the sofa, I've got a leather sofa, so I'm not going to slip. So I can put my feet flat and just try and work the hands under the back at the top of the bottom. Try and work these elbows in if you can. I can't look at you at the moment, Steve.
Oh, did it perfectly.
Just gaze up to the ceiling, don't look side to side. So obviously if you're against the wall, kind of your position is with your feet flat against the wall and your knees bent. Works quite well, doesn't it, actually, on the sofa? Take a nice few breaths. You can close your eyes if you want to. And then take a nice deep breath in, releasing the hands. And let the body come down, heeling the spine onto the mat, one vertebra at a time, nice and slowly. Back down into your legs on the wall, legs on the sofa. And when you're ready, we're going to roll over to the right hand side or the left. Push yourself up with your arm. You're going to come into a nice seated posture. I'm just going to do a little bit of breathing. I know we're breathing all the time, but our breathing particular practice, once you focus on the breath and the act of doing that, the practice of doing that is called Pranayama. We're working with the prana, the life force and the energy. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so it's just sitting comfortably, close the eyes. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a visualisation of alternate nostril breathing, which sounds kind of a bit strange, but believe me, it may well work. And if it doesn't, if you can't quite visualise it, then that's fine, you're just practising. Okay, that's why we call it the practice. It's not just practice, it's also practising. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through the right nostril, up to the third eye, and then out through the left nostril. Pause, breathe in through the left nostril, up to the third eye, and then out through the right nostril, and then pause. Okay, so close your eyes. Okay, I'll talk you through the first one, and we're going to do 5. So you've got 5 fingers or 4 fingers and 1 thumb on your hand, so you can count on your hand if you want to. Sit up nice and tall. You don't have to have legs crossed, you can have legs outstretched. So first one, breathing in through the right. Visualise that air coming in. We're not using the hand position, we're just visualising it. So breathing in through the right up to the top, and then breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left and out through the right. That's 1. So try and do rounds of 4. So in 2, 3, 4, pause, out 2, 3, 4, and then the same. Okay, carry on. 4 more. If you can visualise that breath coming in through the right and out through the left. In through the left and out through the right. Making this your last round. So keeping that lovely calm, peaceful feeling, we're going to move into relaxation. So make yourself nice and comfortable. You don't have to lie on the mat flat if that's uncomfortable for you. You can have your knees bent. You have a cushion for your head. So we're going to work through the body as we normally do, moving from each part of the body to the next part and just focusing on that part of the body, keeping the eyes closed, palms preferably up to the ceiling, away from the body, or if that's not comfortable, have the hands onto the tummy. Okay, so first of all, focusing on the toes, balls of the feet, soles and the heels, both feet, the right foot and the left foot, completely relaxed. Coming up to the calves, the knees and the thighs. Both legs, the right leg and the left leg, completely relaxed. Moving up to the hips. Hips are sinking into the floor, deeper and deeper. Focusing on the small of the back, the middle of the back and the upper back. The whole of the back of the body is completely relaxed. Moving round to the front of the body, to the tummy, the abdominal muscles, coming up to the ribs, and then all of the internal organs, the whole of the centre of the body, completely relaxed. Moving across to the hands. Fingers are gently curled, palms are open. Both hands, the right hand and the left hand, completely relaxed. The wrists are soft, the forearms, the elbows and the upper arms. Both arms, the right arm and the left arm, completely relaxed. Moving up to the shoulders. Shoulder blades are flat against the floor. All of the muscles in the rotator cuff give you the movement in the shoulders, the left and the right, all completely relaxed. And all the muscles that run along the top of the shoulders and up into the neck. The whole of the shoulder girdle completely relaxed. Going up to the throat, you can swallow once if you want to release the throat. Then coming up through the muscles in the neck, up into the head. Scalp is smooth. Forehead has no frown lines. The eyes are gently closed. The eyelids are completely relaxed. Cheeks are smooth. The root of the tongue is relaxed, which relaxes the jaw on the left and the right. And then just focus on the tip of the nose, the right ear, the left ear, and the chin. So the whole of the face, the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, centre of the body, the legs and the feet. The whole body is completely relaxed. We're going to focus now on our senses. And we're going to do something which we don't always do. So when I come to the eyes, we're going to open the eyes and then close them again. We're going to move through the different senses. So first of all, I would like you to focus on your sense of smell. Try to focus on the air as it comes into the nostrils. And if you can detect any particular smell, just keep focusing on your sense of smell. And then moving on to focus on your mouth and your tongue. Can you taste anything on your tongue? You focus on your sense of taste. Keep focusing on the mouth and the tongue. And then move your attention to your vision. Gently opening the eyes and just gazing up to the ceiling. Or if you're lucky enough to be outside, gazing up to the sky. Just let your eyes take in everything in your peripheral vision. Just keeping the eyes still but open. And then gently closing the eyes. And then with the eyes closed, see if you can see any colours or any light behind the eyes. Or just enjoying that feel of darkness with the eyes closed. Now I'd like you to focus on your sense of touch. Can you feel the contact of your body against its supportive surface? So feeling those points of contact of the body with the mat. And then observing the touch of cloth against your skin. And then even where your skin is bare, maybe your face, maybe your arms or your legs, just feel the kiss of the air against your bare skin. Really focusing on this sense of touch. Now moving on to your sense of hearing. Listen to any audible sounds from far away. Moving your attention away from the body, away from the room. See if you can hear anything in the distance. And then changing your focus to sounds in your immediate space. So sounds within the room if you're inside a room. And then maybe turning this attention to the sounds of your own body. You might be able to hear your breath. If you're hungry, sometimes you can hear your tummy rumbling. You might even be able to hear your own heartbeat or feel that heartbeat. And then focusing even more inward, focusing right down onto the body itself. And just rest, enjoying this stillness with nothing to do, allowing yourself to simply be. Okay, so we're going to become aware of all our senses once again. We're going to go through them one by one in reverse order. So back to your sense of hearing, touch, keeping the eyes closed, just focus on your sense of sight. Taste and smell. And then beginning to deepen the breath. Focusing on that breath coming into the tummy. Focusing on the whole body now, the whole body in the space. Raising that tummy, taking a nice deep breath in, filling the body with prana. And then on your next in-breath, taking those arms above your head, stretching through the body one more time, one last time, stretching through those fingertips, through those toes, really waking up every muscle in the body. And then pushing those heels up towards the ceiling, really enjoying that stretch, breathing in, bringing those arms back down by your sides. Bringing your knees in one at a time and just rocking side to side. Introducing some movement into the body, releasing the lower back. And if you're happy to keep your eyes closed, then do so and roll over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure. To the left if you've got low. Coming up to seated. And then gently opening the eyes when you're ready. Coming back into the room, observing your space. Okay, so we're going to finish with 3 oms. So we're going to have thumb and forefinger together, other 3 fingers pointing away. You can close the eyes again if you want to, or just have your gaze down to the floor. So breathing in 3 times. opening the eyes. Om Shanti, Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining me.